Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Middle two students, hello and welcome and hello to our weekly programs English language منصة المبث المباشر محافظة الإسكندرية توجيه اللغة الإنجليزية. So, are you excited to start our lesson for this week? Okay, let's just start. Unit 11, the future of our planet. The future of our planet. Lessons 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So what can you see here in the photo? Yes, it's planet Earth. Yeah. So what do you think the future of planet Earth will be? What do you think will happen to Earth in 10 years' time, for example? Okay. What do you think about climate change? What do you think about pollution and the other natural disasters? Okay, so let's see what might happen and discuss the future of our planet Earth. Okay, so what are the aims of today's unit? Concerning the reading section, we will read online posts about helping the environment. How can we help the environment? We will also read texts about school trip, an article about teenage inventors. Finally, we'll read a postcard. In the writing section, we'll learn how to write a paragraph about an environmental problem. Okay, like climate change. And of course, we will learn how to write a holiday postcard. In the listening, you will identify what is going to happen. What is going to happen? You will listen to a radio program about environmental problems. You will also listen to a teacher talking about drones. Finally, you'll listen to discussion about making arrangements. And of course, this leads us to the language part. In the language part, you will learn to use be going to and the present continuous for the future. About the speaking part, you will make predictions and future plans, you will suggest solutions, and you will learn how to give your opinion. Finally, we will discuss and learn some life skills such as problem solving, negotiation, and collaboration. So let's start. I'm going to share a photo and I want you to say, what are the people doing? What are the people doing? How are they helping their environments? Okay, so we have here 6 photos from A to F, and there are 6 activities. Okay, they are 6 activities that people are doing here in the pictures. Okay, and at the top of the page, we have 6 verbs and 6 nouns. I want you to match the 6 verbs with the 6 nouns to form one activity that might help your environment. Okay, for example, in the first box here, we have the verb plant. Okay, I can match the verb plant with the noun trees. So I say plant trees. So here are the people are planting trees, and that's how they are helping the environment. Okay, so let's think about B. Okay, yes, they pick up rubbish. So I can match the verb pick up with the noun rubbish. So that's how they're helping the environment. They are picking up rubbish and they are cleaning the beaches. What about C? Yes, I can match reuse with mobile phones. Because if we throw away our old mobile phones, this damages our environment. So we should reuse mobile phones. What about D? What can you see here? What is the man doing here? Yes, he is installing something or fixing something here. So he install solar panels. Install solar panels. And we put solar panels on the top of the buildings to absorb solar energy, to change it into electricity. Okay, this is a very good way of clean energy. Okay, what about here? E, what do you think is happening here to this bird? Why is the girl or the man here holding the bird? I guess, yeah, he's saving wildlife. Maybe the bird is hurt and the man here is a vet that is trying to help the bird. Okay, what about the last one here? Yeah, recycle, recycle. So recycle plastic bottles. Okay, and in Germany, for example, people don't ever throw old bottles, old plastic bottles. Instead, they sell it, as you can see, and they earn money, and they can use money to buy other things. Okay, so this might be another way of saving our environment. Okay, vocabulary. We will learn vocabulary in the reading section, okay, in lesson 1. The first word here is install. Install, it's a verb. To install means to put a piece of equipment, like the solar panels. You remember? The man was installing at the top of the building. So to put a piece of equipment somewhere and make it ready to use. يثبت. Okay, so here is a man, he is installing a light bulb or a bulb, okay? New locks were installed on all doors to protect the home. Install. The second verb here is reduce. Reduce. It's a verb. It means to make something become less smaller in amount or size. Reduce. Makes something less smaller in amount or size. Okay, it's a funny one here. Reduce your energy bill. Okay, this means you should use less energy. Another example would be reduce your food waste by shopping smart and buying what you need. What do you mean by shopping smart? Is to buy only the things that you really want. Don't waste money on buying things that you don't really want. And that's by making a list before going shopping. So the verb is reduce. The third verb here is repair. Repair. It means to fix. For example, a woman drove her car to the garage to have it repaired. A woman drove her car to the garage to have it repaired. The next verb here is save. Save. It means to make something safe from danger. Okay, like saving trees to save and protect Earth. Save. For example, the lifeguard saved the drowning swimmer by pulling him out of the water. Okay, save. Solar panels. Solar panels. It's a noun. It means equipment معدات that changes the sun's light into electricity. Like the first photo we saw today, the man was installing a solar panel at the top of the building, like this one. It's a solar panel. We have had solar panels on our roof for some years, and all is working well. Okay, the next word is wind turbines. Wind turbines. It's equipment that uses the wind, this time not the sunlight, the wind to make electricity. To make electricity. Can you see? These are wind turbines. They take the wind and they change it into electricity that we can use in lighting houses. The wind made the wind turbine or the wind turbines spin faster. Okay, that's great. Now, let's jump to the reading time. Okay, so the words we have just started are gonna help us on understanding these online posts. These are online posts from teenagers who want to help the environment. Okay, let's start. The first word here is flood. Flood. What do you mean by the word flood? Okay, flood could be a verb or a noun. A flood is an overflow تدفق of water on land. Okay, or it means to fill or become covered with water. Like this one. This one is flood. The rivers in India often flood. Flood. Get worse. Get worse. Get worse is a verb. When a situation gets worse, it becomes more difficult, unpleasant, or unacceptable. Get worse. So he's trying to solve something here, but he can't. It's very difficult. So her illness is getting worse. She can't live alone anymore. This means the situation is getting more difficult, okay? And she needs someone to help her. The next word is Keep safe. Keep safe. It's a verb. It means to protect people or objects. Synonyms are protect, care for, take care, and look after. Okay? Of course. Would you keep my camera safe while I go for a swim, please? It means, can you take care for my camera or protect my camera while I'm away? Okay. The next word here is traffic. Traffic. It's a noun. It means the number of vehicles moving along roads, like this photo here. Do you see how many cars are on the road? Okay, so this means traffic. Traffic. There was heavy traffic on the roads. Traffic. Throw away. Throw away. It's a verb. It means to get rid of something that you don't want, that you no longer want. Okay? Like this one, he is throwing away the paper. Mary threw away all the furniture after a fire in her apartment. Reuse. Reuse. To use is a verb. It means to use again or more than once. To use again or more than once. Reuse old glass containers by washing them out and using them for storage. Don't throw them away, but reuse them. Okay, so how do you think you can help the environment? Yeah, maybe you can do something very small to help your environment from the activities that we have discussed and learned in the first part of the unit. Maybe you can reuse your mobile phones, old mobile phones, recycle plastic bottles. You can plant trees. It's a very easy exercise. You can plant a tree at your balcony, small one, small plant actually. You can throw away all the rubbish in the appropriate places. So there might be a lot of activities, simple activities that you can do to help your environment, but it can has a great effect on saving our planet Earth. Okay, and I want you to share your ideas, to write down your ideas and share it with me in the comments. Okay, so this is the reading. Okay, read some online posts from teenagers who want to help the environment. So the first one says the rivers in Kaziranga National Park in India often flood. The word flood, remember? And the problem is getting worse. It means the situation is getting more difficult because of climate change. Later this year, I'm going to help my father to save wildlife from the flood water. This can be dangerous, but my father works in the park and he knows how to keep me safe. The second teenager says there is a lot of air pollution from the traffic in our city, and this is very unhealthy. Trees are good for the environment and help reduce air pollution. So next week, we are going to plant trees on the roof of our school and make a school roof garden. What a lovely idea to make a school garden on the roof. It's very simple, okay? It needs only a plant from each student. Okay, let's see what was the idea of the third teenager here. I love phones, but I know that throwing away old phones can be bad for the environment. I started a project in school to recycle mobile phones. From tomorrow, people are going to bring us their old phones, and we're going to reuse parts from them to repair other phones. What a nice idea. Yeah, to use parts from old phones to fix or repair other phones. And actually, that we should do with all our old stuff. We should check them and see what are the parts that we can use from these things and think about using them again. Okay, after reading the three online posts, I want you to answer from number 2 to number 5. It's true or false. So read and decide which one is true and which one is false. Okay, the first one is done for you. What about number 2 here? The work in India is dangerous for the person sending the online post. So, do you think this is true or false? Yeah, it's false. Excellent. It's false. What about number 3? The roof garden will help people to be more healthy. Yeah, of course, because this is gonna refresh the air in the school. Remember, the girl here said that she has a lot of traffic in her city and this is very unhealthy. So she needs fresh air. What about number 4? They're going to plant trees in front of their school. Is it gonna be in front of their school or on the roof? Yeah, so it's false. They are going to plant on the roof. The last one, it's a good idea to throw away old mobile phones. Do you think it's a good idea? No, it's not a good idea. Why? Because we should reuse parts from old phones to fix new or other phones. Wow, great job. Let's jump to the language part. Okay, so it's language time now. Our rule is be going to. Be going to. But before giving you examples for be going to and how to use it, I want you to answer from 1 to 3, okay, from the online posts. Number 1, I want you to notice here the examples. The boy in India is going to help his father later this year. So we have here is going to, and we have time indication, which is later this year in the future time. Number 2, the students are going to, and then is it gonna be tomorrow or the next week? What did the girl say? Okay, so it's gonna be next week. Number 3, people are going to bring in their old phones from, yeah, tomorrow. So we use be going to for intentions. In a way, something that I intend to do in the future, to express my intentions for the future. For example, I'm going to help my father. So this is my intention. I want to help my father and I'm going to help him sometime later. Okay, so look at the structure here. The subject I takes am plus going to plus verb in the infinitive form. Let's look at the second example here. He isn't going to throw away his old phone. So he doesn't intend to throw away his phone. Okay? He takes is, and this is in the negative form, plus going to, plus a verb in the infinitive form. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Look at the form of the question here. So we have a question word and we have are and the subject to plus going to plus a verb in the infinitive form. So the answer to this one might be I'm going to anything but travel, to watch TV, to go to the cinema, anything. Okay? So another example here is how is she going to help the environment? Again, she takes is plus going to and the verb in the infinitive form. Maybe I can answer this one and say she's going to plant trees. Okay, excellent. Let's have more practice to use be going to for future intention. Okay, here we have words that aren't in the correct order, and I want you to form the question, okay? Ask and answer the questions, okay? For example, what are you going to do at the weekend? What are you going to do at the weekend? I'm going to visit my grandma, for example. What about the second one? Who can arrange or rearrange the second one? Yeah, we would like to start with where? Excellent. Where are you going to go for your next holiday? Uh-huh. So I might say, I'm going to go anything to the desert because I want to go trekking. Okay. What about number 3? So I'd like to start with the question word. So it's gonna be, how are you going to improve your English? How are you going to improve your English? So I can say, I'm going to listen to English podcasts, for example. What about the last one here? How can we reorder it? Yeah. Are you going to recycle your old mobile phone? So all these examples express intentions for the future. Well done. Okay. Okay, so we have here natural disasters. Okay, we have 6 natural disasters. Now, I want you to predict what is going to happen. Yeah, make some prediction based on the evidence, الدليل you have here. So, according to what you see, okay, try to make a prediction. For example, let's have a look at A. So, what's happening? Mm, Yes, it's sunny and there is snow. So, I predict that the snow is going to melt, right? Right. What about the next one? What do you think of D? What do you think of D or yeah? So I think there is going to be a drought. I think there is going to be a drought. Yeah. What about the next one? F, yeah, he's late, and I think the bus has left, so he isn't going to catch the bus. I think he's in going to catch the bus. What about this man here? What is he doing? Yeah, he is cutting the tree. So the tree is going to fall down. Okay. What about C? Letter C. Yeah, it's cloudy, a lot of wind. So I think there is going to be a storm. And what about the last one? The river is going to flood because I can see here high water and water flow. So I think the river is going to flood. Well done. So another use for be going to is to make predictions. We use be going to make predictions تنبؤات أو توقعات about the future based on what can you see? So I have an evidence, something I can see. Like, for example, it's going to rain. Why I predict it's going to rain? Because I can see some dark clouds in the sky. This is the evidence, the dark clouds. So it's going to rain. Another one is the students are going to do very well in their exams. Why I predict so? Because these students always get good marks. This is an evidence. Okay, so here we have some predictions or some verbs that I want you to use to form sentences to make predictions, all right? Okay, so I want you to listen and complete, okay, with the correct form of the verb to say what is going to happen. Let's listen together. Oh no, look at the time. It's 9 o'clock. Come on, quick. So they are going to be late. Let's listen to girl one. The water's a bit cold. The water is a bit cold, right? At first, but it's lovely. Come on, Hoda. Come and join me. Okay, I'm coming. So, Hoda is going to go swimming. Excellent. Because water is a bit cold, but it becomes hotter later. Okay. Then we have, we're now approaching Station Square. At this hour, stop. Yes, it is. Come on. And they're near the finishing line now. And suddenly, Farida seems to be running faster. Nothing can stop her now. Just look at her go. Oh, I'm tired, but it's only 9 o'clock. Yes, but we have got school in the morning, Homer. You're right. Good night, Mom. Good night, Tola. Okay, so I guess in number 3, he is going to go bed because he has school early in the morning. Number 4, you're going to get off the bus. Yeah. 5, Farida is going to win the race. And finally, Omar is going to get up early. And, okay, the last word, which is the vocabulary in the last listening for today, which is Wadi. Okay, Wadi Rum. Okay, it's a large area of desert in the south of Jordan. Okay, so the first word is Desert plants. Desert plants. It's a plant, okay, that is suitable for the environment with little rainfall or no rainfall. Okay, like this one, like cactus here. Okay, so a desert is a place with mountains, desert plants, and wildlife. Desert plants, wildlife, wildlife. It refers to animals and any other living things that lives in natural habitats like desert lands, grasslands, waterlands, and so on. الحياة البرية wildlife. We must protect wildlife from being harmed by humans because humans cause a lot of damage to wildlife. Hunters kill animals and so on. People burn forests. Okay, so we should protect our wildlife. The next word is environmental problems. Okay, so environmental problems, they are harmful effects of human activities. Can you see what's happening in the pictures? Okay, yes, this is a factory, and there is a lot of smoke here, and this, of course, is man-made, and it harms the environment, like pollution and climate change. For example, Wadi Rum has some environmental problems. Okay, what can you see here? Yeah, it's someplace in Africa, right? Okay, people are gathering. These people are called local people. Local people are people who live in a particular area, city, or town. They are people who live in a particular area, city, or town. They are the natives, okay? For example, tourists help local people to make money in Wadi Rum, but instead they threw rubbish. Okay. What are they doing here? They go trekking. So what do you mean by go trekking? It means to walk long distances on foot. To walk long distances on foot. Tourists go trekking in the desert. Damage, damage. We have here a lot of damage. It means to cause harm or injury to something. Tourists drive across the desert. It's fine, but this can damage plants and wildlife because it has a bad effect on the environment. Damage. Hunters. Hunters. صيادين. Hunters kill desert animals, and this can damage wildlife. This is another way of harming the environment, killing animals. Okay, listening time. So, before listening, do you know the place in the photograph? Where is it? What is this place? Yes, it's Wadi Rum. So, where is Wadi Rum? Yes, it's in the south of Jordan. Excellent. What kind of environment is it? What do you think the environment here is? Yeah, it's a desert environment, of course. What sort of environmental problems? Remember the environmental problems? What do you think the environmental problems in Wadi Rum? Yeah, okay, I think there are a lot of environmental problems from the photo here. there is a hunter that is killing animal. This might be an environmental problem. Okay, now listen to a radio program about beautiful places in the world and check your answers to exercise 4. So, are you ready to listen? Let's start. The speaker says, Wadi Rum is a large area of desert in the south of Jordan. It's a very beautiful place with mountains, desert plants, and wildlife. Unfortunately, Wadi Rum has some environmental problems. Tourists help the local people make money, but when tourists go trekking in the desert, they often have rubbish too. Some tourists drive across the desert in cars. They don't use roads or paths, but drive wherever they want to, and this can damage plants and wildlife. The hotels use lots of water, which can be a problem in the desert, but they are building new hotels, so often more tourists will go there. Another big problem is hunters who kill the desert animals. They shouldn't do this, but there aren't enough people to stop them. There is much less wildlife now than in the past, and soon there won't be any. Okay, so yes, I guess there are so many environmental problems, right? So the first problem is that tourists leave rubbish, right? Okay. The second one is that some tourists drive across the desert, which can damage plants and wildlife. A third problem is hotels use lots of water, which can be a problem in the desert. The fourth problem is hunters kill desert animals. Okay, this is the last part that I want you to do at home. Okay, so here I want you to discuss the questions. The photo shows drones. Do you see here? These are planes with no drivers. They are called drones. What do you think we can use drones for? I want you to think about it. Number two, how do you think drones are going to help the environment in the future? Okay, nice. So I will leave you, inshallah, the listening part in the box, and I want you to listen and get ready for it and try to answer these questions at home. And next time, inshallah, we will be discussing them. Okay, I guess we came to the end of today's program. I had a nice time, and I hope you had a nice time too. Meeting you, inshallah, next week. كان معكم اليوم Miss Noura Mahmoud Hassan. See you. Bye bye.